Hello, 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 and welcome to episode 61 of the Compassion and Cucumbers podcast. I'm Christine.
And I'm Sam.
And listen, Sam has a voice.
Yay!
She's back.
I am back in full voice.
Yes, that's exciting because I was actually probably going to re-release an older episode if Sam wasn't in good voice today.
Yeah,
so.
no, I'm back. It was really great. Kind of found the last little bit of stuff that was missing in class today. So yes, I seems I am back in full voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's back, baby. So that's
Woo-hoo.
good. Yeah. So we're all glad that Sam is getting better. Fun thing that we did, was it yesterday?
It was.
Just yesterday?
Oh, no, wait. No, it was Saturday.
Saturday. Sorry. I lost the day.
It's all right.
Food Empowerment Project did their vegan chopped. They did it, actually, I think they called it chopped with a vegan twist.
Yes.
And it was a virtual event.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave, just like chopped, they gave 3 chefs ingredients, 3 different sets of ingredients. And then they had to make what they could from these ingredients. And they were just as difficult and odd pairings as there are on the actual chopped show.
Oh, absolutely. Some really interesting combinations that I would not have thought of.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if they're going to release it as something that you can watch in the future. I'll definitely I'll reach out to them and find out if that's something that you can do, maybe by a donation or something and watch the replay of it, because we had a really good time with it.
We did. It was very cool. It was fun to watch. And the way they did it, slightly different from Chopped, because of course, in an episode of Chopped, all 3 chefs are in the same place and cooking at the same time.
Right.
And that's obviously not really feasible, given that the chefs were in different locations.
Yeah.
So they were each sent a list of the ingredients that they needed to use and the criteria and the time limit. And so they put together their own dishes. They recorded their process and then brought that to the table.
Yeah, I thought it was a really inventive way to do it.
It really was.
Given that everybody was in a different location.
Yep, it was very cool.
Yeah, so everybody filmed their own segments on their own. And then, just when it came around to them, they just showed the film of them making the recipe, and it worked out really good.
Yeah. And a really great thing also that FEP did as part of this is, in between showing chefs' processes and dishes, they also gave us a whole lot of wonderful information on various ingredients, including coffee and chocolate and avocado. So just spreading more and more and more awareness of the potential issues and pitfalls that come with purchasing those kinds of products.
Yeah, that was really interesting. It became like educational. And then they also took a break where you could make a donation, which was awesome.
Yep.
And that was cool. And I think that they raised over $3,000.
They did.
During the program.
They said that their goal was to raise $3,000 for that event, and they came away with about $3,400.
Yeah.
So that's great.
It's awesome.
Totally cool.
Really awesome. And we look forward to them doing more events like that in the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because we had a really good time.
We did.
So this week, before we jump into our main topic, I made a recipe this week. And full disclosure, we were sent this cookbook for review. Let's just jump to the segment. Here's this week's Vegan Cookbook Challenge recipe of the week. So as I was saying before, this cookbook was sent to us for review by Lei Shishak, and the book is this cookbook really couldn't be any more perfect for us. This cookbook is easy plant-based cooking for 2.
Awesome.
Yeah, delicious vegan recipes to enjoy together. And this is an awesome book.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to look at it yet.
Yeah, no, there are so many really great recipes, and the fact that the recipes are pared down for just 2 people is a brilliant idea. Mm-hmm. I love this idea.
Yeah.
And so the recipe that I made out of this book is the stuffed acorn squash. Oh. And I actually made the recipe twice.
Yes.
Since I got the cookbook. I made it the first time with a buttercup squash that we got in our farm share that I wanted to use. I didn't want it to go bad. So I'm like, I'll try it first with this buttercup squash. And it was delicious.
Oh, it was. It was beautiful.
It was really delicious. But then again tonight, because you're only making these recipes for two, when you buy the ingredients, you have enough ingredients to make it again.
Yeah.
So I made it again tonight. And tonight I actually used the acorn squash that the recipe calls for.
Yeah.
And it definitely is better with the acorn squash.
Yes.
Acorn squashes just naturally have a more like creamy and buttery taste.
Yeah. And for me, it was more of a textural thing. The acorn squash kind of like falls apart a little more easily than the buttercup squash does.
They're a little more fibrous.
Yeah.
I think,
and so
the buttercup.
I felt like the texture of the acorn squash worked better, but in both instances, the recipe was absolutely delicious. I really appreciated the different textures that were going on between the squash and the quinoa, and there was some mushrooms in there, and then the crunchiness of the panko. Yeah, it was really just delightful, and a really just kind of warm, filling, earthy feeling dish.
Yeah, it was really good. So the stuffing, not to give the recipe away or anything, but the stuffing is quinoa and mushroom and shallots, and it's really good and earthy, and like Sam said, texturally fantastic.
It really
you
was.
top it with panko crumble, and yeah, really, really good.
Absolutely beautiful. So definitely check out the book, Is it Easy Vegan Cooking for Two?
It's Easy Plant-Based Cooking for Two.
Easy Plant-Based Cooking for Two by Lei Shishak. And just to give you a little more information on Lei, she has published other cookbooks, Beach House Baking, Beach House Brunch, Farm to Table Desserts, and Beach House Dinners. She founded the Sugar Blossom Bake Shop in San Clemente, California, and has been featured in People magazine and many other publications. She also received her training at the Culinary Institute of America in New York City and holds a certificate in plant-based nutrition from the T. Colin Campbell Center for Nutritional Studies. So that is awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to...
A lot of incredible experience that she's bringing to her writing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I'm looking forward to trying some of her other cookbooks.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you, Lei, for, first of all, for sending this book along to us for review. We love that. If anybody out there has a cookbook, if you have a cookbook or you know someone who has a cookbook that they want to have us review, just reach out to us, and that's definitely something that we're willing to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Today's main topic is our second annual vegan gift giving guide.
Yes. Now, this will have a little bit of a different focus because last year when we did our gift-giving guide, we did it pretty late in the holiday season.
Yeah, and I think that was a mistake.
It was a mistake because in a lot of cases, you need some time to actually get to these small sellers out there in the world. We don't have a lot of options for small vegan businesses in our area.
Not directly where we are.
Not directly where we are. So in order to shop small, we often need to go to small sellers outside of our geographic area. So, we are very much dependent on the internet for our holiday shopping. We wanted to head in that direction and give you some tips that you would then have time to follow up on if you were so inclined.
Yeah, I mean, I do have some local and small businesses on my list.
Cool.
So if we want to touch on those before we jump into the online stuff.
Sure.
Okay. I do have a couple of Western New York area businesses that we love. First off, Wellness in the Village in Alden, New York, owned by a friend of ours, Steph Janko. They have all kinds of great stuff there. Nutritional supplements, essential oils, CBD, natural cleaning products, handmade soaps and bath products, soy candles, beauty products. And they also carry locally roasted coffee and herbal teas. You can get a gift card or an e-gift card for not only products, but for yoga classes, massage. And they also carry mugs and clothes. It's a cute little shop in Olden, New York. So if you're in that area, definitely check them out.
Awesome.
And you can find them online if you want to check out what she has there at wellnessinthevillage.com. Next up, I have one of our favorites, the Vegan Grocery Store.
You can't beat the Vegan Grocery Store.
And they're in North Tonawanda, New York.
Yep.
And they are great for stocking stuffers. And I mean, for holiday meal things, of course.
Obviously.
But for stocking stuffers, it's a good place to stop. And they have, of course, vegan foods, candies and snacks, personal care products. You can also get gift cards. And they have, like I just said, a lot of great stocking stuffers.
Yes, we both kind of stocked up on stocking stuffers the last time.
That's hard to say.
Stocking up on stocking stuffers?
We stocked up on stocking stuffers.
Yeah, exactly. But when we were last there for holiday purposes, we were absolutely thrilled with the selection of small.
Oh yeah, I think we just kind of split up
items.
We were actually buying stocking stuffers for
each other.
Yeah, so we just kind of split up. Each got our own little cart, split up, and bought our own things.
Yeah, stay away from me. Don't look at my cart.
Yeah. I also have something that's a little closer to home for us, Om Nom Bakery. She carries not only breads and cakes and your typical bakery stuff, cookies. This is all gluten-free and a lot of it's vegan. Pizzas. But she also does gift boxes and baking mixes. She has water bottles. She has her own flour blends. Mm-hmm. So if you have somebody that's gluten-free in your family, you can get these really great. She makes these flours herself, gluten-free flour blends. She also has organic raw sugar, and you can buy mugs and T-shirts and granolas.
There you go.
From Om Nom Bakery, and they're in Fredonia, New York.
Yes, they are.
So check them out at omnom.com. That's OMNOHM.com. I just have a couple more things, local things on my list, if you don't mind.
I don't.
The Planty Baker.
Of course.
We love our bakers.
We do.
But the Planty Baker, on top of their great breads and stuff, they also carry like spice blends that they make.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, they make their own spice blends, and they do like stuffing mix stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that's great. Check them out at theplantybaker.square.site. And of course, you can also order their breads and scones and cookies and baklava. And
the scones.
They're now making gluten-free sourdough breads.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, they're also doing like sandwich loaves now too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's the same delicious breads, but they're just making them in the loaf pan so that they're, more easily cut into sandwich slices.
Very cool.
Next up.
Can you imagine that buffalo sourdough as a sandwich bread?
I think that would be like the perfect sandwich.
It kind of would, yeah. We need to make that happen.
If I could keep myself from just putting butter on it and eating it,
There's that, but I think we need to somehow make that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, I have the Vegan Center gift and consignment shop in Tonawanda, New York. You can check them out online and everything that they have online at projectvegan716.com/the vegan shop if you want to look at what they have in their shop. And she calls it a consignment shop. So she has all these different local makers that sell things. And there's candles, the handmade soy candles from No Planet B. There's handmade vegan soaps from Shine On Soap by Jim. You can get T-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs from Penelope's Place Sanctuary, handmade jewelry from Jewelry by Annie, sugarcane products including fruit butters, pickled vegetables, and all-natural sugar, fruit butters including peach, apple, blackberry, apple, cinnamon, tart cherry, and blueberry. Pickled vegetables include beets, dilly beans. Oh, love those dilly beans, right?
Beans. Yes.
Garlic and onions from Sugarcane, Western New York. You can get pillows, jewelry, magnets, household items from the Silver Lining for Pit Bulls Rescue.
Nice.
You can get soup mixes, trail mixes, granolas, peanut butter from Flourish Cafe. Granolas, cookie and bread mixes, spices, pudding mix from Max. And then, like I said, see the website for more, there's even more vendors.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
The number of creators whose work she carries.
Yeah.
It's really phenomenal.
Yeah. Now, this isn't stuff that you can buy online and have shipped, but go to, if you're in the area, in the Buffalo area, definitely go to the Vegan Center and look at their gift and consignment shop because she has a ton of stuff there.
Right. And of course, you can be sure that anything that you purchase at the Vegan Center will be 100%
yes,
vegan.
all 100% vegan. So that's all I have for... Oh, I have one more. I'm sorry. Lord Street Lather, which is a handmade soap company.
Yes.
And we bought some of their soaps at the Western New York Veg Fest.
We did.
They're 100% vegan and palm oil free, made in Buffalo, New York. And they don't have a website. Just go onto their Instagram, Lord Street Lather, DM them for an order, and they'll send it to you.
There you go.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, and it's beautiful soap. I have to say, I bartered for several bars at the Western New York Veg Fest, and I only have one left, and I'm very much looking forward to using it. The scents are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Really powerful without being overdone.
Right.
So they still smell very, very natural. They're great.
Yeah, it was fun vending next to them because it just smelled fabulous.
Fabulous. Yes.
Which was good because it was 90 degrees and I was sweating terribly. So
yes. So
I'm glad the smell of their soap.
Between the smell of the food and the smell of the soap, it covered the
masked
unfortunate
the smell
of
us.
Yeah.
So that's really all I have, I think, for like in-person vendors and sellers. So if you want to move on to some of your online stuff and then throw it back to me for some of my online stuff.
Sure. Well, I think our very, very first online thing we will probably have in common. And actually a box came my way from this seller just today. And that is the Herbivore Clothing Company.
My very favorite online seller. Yes.
We absolutely love them. Just amazing. Not only can you get some great t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, socks, but they've got great buttons and stickers, and they have an incredible cookbook collection, lots of really adorable housewares.
Yeah.
There's just all kinds of great stuff at Herbivore Clothing Company. And so you can find them. If you are in the Portland area, you can go check out their new shop.
Yeah, they're located at 81 Southeast Yamhill Street in Portland, Oregon. That's 81 Southeast Yamhill Street. I love the name of that street.
That's a great name, yeah.
In Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
If you want to visit them in person.
And which we highly recommend. We have not had a chance to do that yet.
Someday.
One of these days, we will make it out to Portland and get to meet the lovely folks at Herbivore.
Yeah, and they just moved to a larger location, and it looks really great.
Yeah, but their online store is also fantastic, and so I highly, highly recommend. It's kind of a given in this house that at least something will be coming from Herbivore.
Oh, yeah. I get a good portion of my gifts for Sam at Herbivore. They also have like outerwear, vegan like handbags and book bags and
wallets
stuff like that.
And all kinds of stuff.
Shoes.
Yeah, and it seems like their offerings just continue to expand.
Yeah, they keep expanding.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And we love them.
What's next on your list?
Well, of course, we have to give a shout out to our buddy Andy over at Compassion Co. So if you are looking for T-shirts, buttons, stickers, pins, those kinds of things, all of which make awesome stocking stuffers, by the way, Andy's designs are really, really unique, really original, a different aesthetic, really, than what you get with most vegan T-shirt companies.
Definitely. It's not the same stuff that you see a lot of other
really
companies putting out. Yeah.
Very creative, very cool. So you can find Andy at compassionco.com and check out what he has to offer. Yes.
Do you want to throw to me now, or you want to continue your list?
No, go for it.
Well, Sam took two of mine already.
Predictable.
I did have, of course, Herbivore Clothing. And I did have Compassion Co. on my list. I also have on my list Plant Posse. Plant Posse is a woman-owned small business. On their website, it says a posse of plant-powered people producing jewelry and art promoting plant pride. It's a lot of P's.
But
they sell
the alliteration.
Yeah.
Like, probably the best alliterative mission statement I've ever heard in my life.
I know, I love it.
That was fantastic.
But you can get stickers, greeting cards. She makes some really fabulous jewelry, T-shirts, totes, fanny packs. She's got some really cute fanny packs. If you have somebody in your life that loves a good hip pack or fanny pack, she's got these cute ones with like mushrooms on them and stuff.
Nice.
They're really adorable. And she also, this isn't something you can buy online, but she also runs a community garden.
That's awesome.
And then gives the produce to people who need the food.
Beautiful.
She's got this giant garden. People volunteer to help her take care of it. And then she gives the food away.
That is beautiful.
Isn't that awesome?
It is.
Yeah, so check out Plant Posse. They're at www.plantposseart.com.
Yes, and I did notice the last time I was on the Herbivore clothing website, Herbivore is now selling Plant Posse jewelry.
Yeah, Herbivore carries Plant Posse jewelry and a couple other things that they make.
Yeah, which is super cool.
It is.
Love those connections.
I also have on my list one that you might have, Snack Ever.
Yes, I
Is that on your
actually
list?
just put an order in for Snack
Oh,
Ever.
did you?
Yes, I did just the other night.
And Snack Ever is based out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And we met them at the Pittsburgh Veg Fest. And they are a family-run vegan snack store.
Yes.
Like all snack foods, all
Yes.
vegan snack foods.
Well, actually,
Oh, no, it's not all vegan.
vegan.
I'm sorry, but you can sort on their website under vegan.
Yes,
And-
because I did make a mistake once. I ordered a bar that I thought was vegan and it was not.
Oh.
And I found out after the fact. After I had eaten them. So, you know.
Yeah, so make sure
So I
that-
accidentally had a bar that had whey protein in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you're filtering by vegan.
Yep, I missed that. I went to the site under the impression that
Everything was vegan? Yeah.
vegan, and I was wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, but they have snack foods and searchable by diet, like I said, and they have a lot of unusual snack foods.
They really do. I'm actually obsessed with one particular thing that I didn't even know existed until we found it at the Snack Ever
those
booth.
Mexican
the
cookies.
amaranth wafers.
Yeah.
And I'm particularly obsessed with the ones that are made into little sandwiches. So you might have two like chocolate amaranth wafers with a chocolate filling, and then it's dipped in kind of chocolate and nonpareils on
that
the
sounds
outside.
good.
They are so good.
Yeah, and I think we talked about
light.
we talked about these before. They're so thin. They're like the consistency
communion
of a
wafers.
communion wafer.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but there is just something so satisfying about them. I've tried several flavors. So far, my favorite flavor has been the cappuccino. But I also really love like the vanilla filled ones and the chocolate filled ones.
I didn't realize there were filled ones.
Oh my gosh, they're so good.
I have to try those.
They're ridiculous. Like absolutely ridiculous. And the
Yeah.
reason you haven't tried them is because when I've ordered, I've eaten them all. Because they're just that good.
Yep, you can't sleep on that stuff with Sam around. If it's chocolate, you can't sleep on it.
Nope.
It'll be gone. What do you have next on your list?
Well, actually, and this is going to sound pretty lame because I know that this site has been around forever. And I've actually considered a couple of times opening a store of my own on this site. But I'm really this season, because I am committed to moving away from the beast that is Amazon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of a New Year's resolution for me.
Ooh, we'll talk about that on our New Year's show.
We will. I really do want to kind of divest from that. I
Right.
think, so many of us are just so used to, particularly since COVID happened,
Right.
so used to just going, oh, I need something. I know I can find it on Amazon.
Right.
Go. And I
every time
really
you
want to
do
stop that.
Every time you do that, a small maker and seller dies a little.
Yeah, exactly.
know?
And so, that's not where I want my money to be going to, this big corporation. So I'm trying to move away from that in a very conscious way. With Christmas shopping, it's a little bit hard, because there are some things, because we don't have a lot of local retail and all of that. It's a little bit harder, especially when you're, purchasing something off of a wish list.
There's that. I mean,
That
you
kind of a
can
thing.
look on people's wish lists and try and find it from a smaller seller.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, every now and again, convenience will win.
Sometimes it does, but that's one of the reasons why we wanted to do this episode
Early.
earlier.
Yes.
Last year, we did it like the second week of December.
Yep, too late.
It's too late. With smaller sellers and smaller makers, you need to shop early.
Absolutely.
Because to give them time to sometimes make what you're ordering.
Absolutely.
And to ship it.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. So I have really been enjoying exploring Etsy this holiday season.
Etsy is really fun.
It's so great. Like, talk about rabbit holes.
you can find anything you want.
You can find
Etsy.
just about anything you want on Etsy. It's really, really wonderful.
If you're like, I want to see if somebody makes like a stuffed cat wearing a top hat and, you know,
Somebody
with
does.
rabbit ears, somebody makes it.
Somebody does.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, without question. And so you wind up finding really unique gift ideas that you never would have thought of on your own. I know that that's happened to me, and I'm not going to mention every seller that I have purchased from on Etsy because that would make it way too easy for Christine and other members of my family to go figure out.
Do you think that people would actually go and try and figure out what you got them?
I think Lucy might.
Lucy might.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I want to avoid that.
Okay.
So I'm not going to, just say these are the sellers that I've bought from.
Okay.
But what I am going to do is just kind of go by category. And so my first category is clothing, vegan clothing. So I don't know a vegan out there who doesn't like to wear their veganism. I've never seen a vegan.
I know we do.
Oh gosh, it's a daily thing. We wear the veganism.
What am I wearing today?
Today you have the Buffalo Vegan Mafia.
Vegan Mafia with the red buffalo, the Buffalo Bills buffalo. And
Yes.
this is a Penelope's place. Penelope's place?
Yes.
Yes, it's a Penelope's. Why can't I say that?
I don't know.
It's a Penelope's Place
There you go.
T-shirt that I bought, and the proceeds go to their sanctuary.
Yes, and my T-shirt today happened to be a Strong Hearts T-shirt from Strong
That's
Hearts
right.
in Syracuse.
Yep.
And so, just awesome stuff. But it is pretty much a daily thing that in one way, shape, or form we are wearing our veganism. And so there are literally dozens upon dozens of fantastic sellers who have vegan message clothing or just clothing that is made in a cruelty-free and sustainable way. Just really, really awesome. So I'm just going to give you a list. Okay. So this is Etsy.com, obviously, and then you can search by maker, or of course you can search by what you are looking for.
Okay.
The other beautiful thing about Etsy is that you can get sellers from all over the world. It's not just in your backyard. So I know that I've placed orders with a few sellers in the UK.
Yeah.
Which I love.
One seller in the UK that I love, and I think we mentioned on our last year's gift giving guide, is a woman by the name of, her shop name is Rekindle by Lisa. Mm-hmm. And she's an artist and does some really great vegan art. Mm-hmm. She also has...
these are the felted animals,
She
right?
also makes the felted animals.
Oh my gosh,
she also
they're
does
incredible.
repurposed jackets and, refurbished clothes. She gets refurbished clothing and paints on them, and they're really cool.
Yeah.
So sorry to interrupt, but
No,
just
that's
wanted
okay. So
shout out.
I've just got this fantastic list going here of 10 clothing sellers on Etsy that I would definitely recommend you check out. So we've got Empty Cages Clothing. We've got Those Annoying Vegans.
I like that.
It's great. Yes.
Those
awesome store
Annoying
name. Those
Vegans.
Annoying Vegans. We have Sanctuary Teas. We have Mind Every Kind. We have Animal Allies Clothing. VGN Style. Just More Plants.
Cool.
Anti-Carnist.
Nice.
Plant Eater Apparel. And Living La Vegan Loca.
That's funny. Great. Now I'm going to have that song in my head.
Yes. So and the thing is, this is just a very, very small percentage.
Oh, yeah. I mean, gosh, there's millions of sellers
Millions
on
of
Etsy.
sellers. So if these stores don't have exactly what you're looking for, just seriously put in the search bar.
You just put vegan in the search
just
bar,
vegan in
bar
the
and
search
see
bar,
what comes
and
up.
it's amazing what you're going to find. It really, really is.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Etsy's really cool.
It is. Now, also on Etsy, of course, because it's impossible for me not to look at baked goods and things like that. I actually have not ordered any baked goods through Etsy, but I did find a whole bunch of places that I would love to.
Yeah.
And would, really looking forward to trying out. And so just my list of cookie and sweet stuff makers.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And these are all vegan makers?
These are all vegan makers.
Cool.
Okay, so we have Nat Marie's Vegan Treats. We have Vegan Comfort Kitchen. My Vegan Baker. Conoco Plant-Based. The Blended Vegan. BK Vegan Cookie Company. The Great Vegan Cookie, Bianca's Vegan Sweets, Divine Vegan Goods, and Vegan Crush. Now, the interesting thing about Vegan Crush, because I was looking into this site a little bit further, is they're not actually selling baked goods. They're selling recipes.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. That's awesome.
So they do downloadable, printable recipes, which I think is really cool. And they sell them each for $1.30
Yeah, that's a neat idea.
for a digital copy
Yeah.
that you can then download and give as a gift,
That's really neat.
which is really, really
Yeah,
awesome.
so if you don't have like a vegan baker near you and you're not a baker yourself and you need like cookies and treats for visitors over the holidays,
This is definitely a way to go.
that is definitely a way to go.
Yep,
That's cool.
for sure.
What else do you have on your list? Anything?
No, actually, that's kind of where I stopped because I still need to do some digging in other realms.
Well, yeah. I have, what else do I have? Oh, I have No Pig Neva.
Yes,
Which
No Pig Neva.
I think we've
right?
talked about in the past.
Yep.
That's it. And you can find them at nopigneva, NEVA.com. They're 100% vegan grocer.
Yeah.
Run by a married couple. It's two people that runs it. They have hundreds and hundreds of items, free shipping on orders over $99, and they are now offering membership services.
Yes.
And where you can save like 10, 15% by becoming a member. The only downfall is they have no international shipping, but they ship everywhere in the United States.
Cool.
And they have all kinds of really great vegan foods.
They do.
They have frozen foods and like sundries and snack foods. And like if you're looking for vegan groceries, No Pig Neva is a really great small seller to check out.
Another vegan grocery store, an online vegan grocery store that is, I'd still consider them small, but they're definitely growing, is GTFO. It's vegan.
They're on my list too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of their site, and I think they are the single largest vegan grocery store I've seen online in terms of number of products that they offer.
Yeah, at least in America.
Yes, at least in the United
North
States.
America.
Yeah, in North America. Just phenomenal, the number of items that they have. I mean, I think you'd be hard pressed to sample all of them in a lifetime.
There's no way.
Yeah, I really don't think. The one thing with GTFO is that if you're ordering perishable items, so anything that is chilled or frozen, the shipping does get very expensive.
Yeah, they overnight it to you.
Yes.
And that's expensive. So
right. It's not that they're overcharging for the shipping. They're not.
No, they're not.
Absolutely
it's just expensive.
what it should be. It's just overnight shipping in, cold containers is expensive.
Yeah, they overnight it to you with dry ice.
Yeah.
And that costs some dough.
It does. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, if you're only buying shelf-stable items, for example, Trey and Savannah got me a GTFO gift card for my birthday. And so I went online and ordered some shelf-stable snacks. Yeah, so some sweets, some chocolate, some cookies, those kinds of things. So those will come right to you. It will take a little bit longer, but the shipping is far more reasonable.
Yeah, much more reasonable. Yeah, they're 100% vegan. They're started by a husband and wife team, Mark and Tanya. They have thousands of vegan products, and they also carry pet supplies and home and self-care stuff.
Yep.
And they carry larger quantities for food service. So like restaurants, they carry things like if you have a cafe or whatever and you want Impossible Nuggets, you can get, 40-pound bag of Impossible Nuggets. So that's really cool that they have stuff, larger for food service.
Yep. I also love that they've partnered with some really awesome independent makers. Like the one that first always comes to mind, of course, is Snackerledge.
Yeah, they carry Snackerledge's stuff.
They carry their sandwiches. And, let me tell you, I'm really looking forward to my next Lord of the Wings at some point.
Yeah.
At some point, it's got to happen. Whether it's at a Veg Fest where we actually get to see Snackerledge again, or I might just have to break down and order a few from GTFO.
Yeah, they're Portland, Oregon-based Snackerledge. But yeah, they do carry their stuff on GTFO
See,
now.
that's it. We need to go to Portland.
Well, there's a ton of vegan restaurants and shops in Portland.
To visit Herbivore and then go see the Snackerledge folks too. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That would be pretty great.
I also have, if you have a vegan in your world that you don't know what to buy for. Maybe you're kind of like us. We're kind of like vegans who have everything we need.
Yeah, there's very, very little.
I mean, you can't go wrong with like snacks and stuff with us. We love
snacks. Snacks are great.
Yeah, we love things we can eat and whatnot. But if you're really like at a loss for what to buy for a vegan, there's some really great vegan meal delivery services.
Yep.
That you can sign them up for.
Yep.
Where they'll get meals like once a week or whatever. And Good Housekeeping, believe it or not, did a rating.
Oh, awesome.
Of vegan meal delivery services.
Go Good Housekeeping.
Or delivery services that carry vegan meals.
Right.
They're not all solely vegan companies. And voted best overall vegan meal delivery service by Good Housekeeping was Purple Carrot.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard they're really good.
Yeah, they're at purplecarrot.com. Voted best value by Hood Housekeeping.
There you go. It's creative. I like it.
Low down, mouth.
Why not?
Voted best value by Good Housekeeping was the Green Chef, which I'm not familiar with.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I haven't really checked them out in any kind of serious way because we did a meal delivery service quite a while ago.
Yeah,
before we went vegan. We did Blue Apron for a while.
And then what was the other one we tried?
HelloFresh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we tried both of those.
Which I started calling, no offense, HelloFresh, but I started calling them Hello Not So Fresh because some of the stuff came and it wasn't so great.
Yeah. No, we definitely, of the two, we definitely preferred Blue Apron. We haven't really been considering a meal service
it's kind of
for a while. So
there's a little bit of pressure with the meal delivery services because you do need to use these products quick because they've traveled quite a ways. And some of the produce it's like cook it now or it's going to die on you, right? So I found it was a little bit of pressure, It's like, we got to make those meals.
But we did have a lot of fun when we were doing Blue Apron, cooking the meals together and, following the recipes.
Yeah.
And we did learn a lot of interesting stuff.
We did. And we now use some spices that we never used before because of those things.
Absolutely.
And the nice thing about them is that you don't have to go out and buy a huge amount of a spice that you're never going to use again.
Right.
You get just the right amount of everything.
Yep.
But moving on this list, voted best wellness delivery service by Good Housekeeping is a company by the name of Sakara.
Okay.
They're at sakara.com. That's SAKARA.com. I've never heard of them. Best frozen meal plan. So these are like prepared meals that are frozen. So if you know somebody, a vegan, that's not a big cooker, doesn't want to spend a whole lot of time in the kitchen, this might be a good option. And that's Veestro. Veestro. You can find them at veestro.com. Voted best on the go. So these are probably just like little snacks.
Maybe.
I'm guessing. Lunch type meals. Splendid Spoon.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard of them.
I have heard of them too. Yep.
And last on Good Housekeeping's list of vegan meal delivery services is their best prepared meals, and that's Springy.
Springy?
Springy.com.
I like the name.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it Springy or Sprinly? Sprinly.
Oh.
My bad. It's a typo on my list.
You're having a day.
I kind of like Springy better.
Springy is fun.
But no, it's Sprinly.
Sprinly.
Okay. Yeah, SPRINLY.
Gotcha.
Sprinly.com. Voted best prepared meals. So, I mean, if you're really at a loss for what to get somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I'll actually link to this list, the Good Housekeeping article that had this list in the show notes if you want to check some of these out.
Awesome.
I think that's all I have on my vegan gift giving guide.
It's quite a bit of information.
Yeah, we have a lot of time between now and the holidays. So if we think of other things that we didn't put on these lists, we'll definitely toss them in.
Absolutely.
We'll toss them in.
Yeah, if we come up with any other brilliant ideas, we'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll definitely share them with you if we come up with anything else brilliant.
For sure.
It's highly doubtful. Oh, hey, I wanted to mention
for yourself.
I wanted to mention we are now currently in winter mode.
Yes.
We have the Battery-operated candles are going.
Yes.
I have a wax melt, apple cinnamon wax melt going.
Which smells divine.
And we have a roaring fire on the
On our TV.
On the YouTube. I don't care. It still makes it cozy, even though it's not a real fire.
It really does. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and we've muted it, so you can't really hear the crackle and pop.
Yeah.
But the crackle and pop of this YouTube fire, it's in 4K, and it's a real fire. And it makes the house more cozy.
I know that it sounds cheesy. It sounds
cheesy.
really cheesy, but even my family, when they come up for Christmas, they admit, yeah, you know what? Putting the fire on the TV, it works. It does. Makes things cozier.
It makes the room cozier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Turn out the lights and just have the firelight going.
I love it. Yeah, and when we get the Christmas tree in, then we're in full on winter mode. That's the best. Yeah. That's the best.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess, that wraps up our gift-giving guide. Let's move on to housekeeping.
All right.
We still have and will have our Food Not Bombs fundraiser on our Buy Me a Coffee site. And where's that?
That's at buymeacoffee.com/cucumbers.
That's right. So give to Food Not Bombs if you can. They are an organization that makes meals, vegan meals, for people that are having food insecurities, and our fundraiser is for the Buffalo chapter.
Yes.
There are other chapters of Food Not Bombs, so if you want to
all over the world.
Yeah, so if you want to look for a Food Not Bombs in your area that you want to give to, feel free to do that on your own.
Absolutely. Another organization that is currently collecting for those in need is Hoodies for the Homeless. They are collecting gently used hoodies, sweatshirts, and warm clothing for people in need in the Buffalo area. If you have items like that to contribute to their campaign, you can drop those off at Wellness in the Village in Alden, New York.
Yeah, that's a really awesome idea.
So great.
And this is something that they're just starting up. So we want to help them make that a successful campaign.
Absolutely.
And maybe in the future, there'll be other drop-off points. And if there are, or when there are, we'll definitely
let you know.
Clue you in on that.
For sure.
Hey, join our Patreon. Become a patron. We have 3 different, I said that like I'm insisting that you join.
You were rather insistent about that. Yeah.
I didn't mean to make it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this is coming from. This is a suggestion, not a demand.
Join our Patreon if you want to
become
a patron. We have 3 different levels of support, and each level comes with its own special bonuses and merch. And any money collected on our Patreon page will go to help improve the show so that we can reach more fantastic people like you.
There you go. Go ahead and leave us a review on your podcast app of choice if it allows you to do so. Of course, you know Christine is always looking for
5 stars only, please.
Yes, she is. Okay, I am not so picky. I'll take as many stars as you want to give us.
No, really. If you don't think we deserve the 5 stars, don't give them to us. But I do love them.
She does. She really does.
Yeah.
It makes her very happy.
Yeah. And share the show with a friend or family member that you think would enjoy what we do. Share the love.
Always.
Yep.
Also share our social media posts. It's the easiest way to support us and all creators out there.
Yeah.
It costs you nothing, just a half second of your time, just a little click, and that's about it. And as always, I have to give serious props to Christine for her work on our social media. I never have anything to do with it because I'm not a social media fan, but so she takes care of all of that for us. And she is fabulous at it.
But just know, if you reach out to us on social media, I always share everything everybody says to us to Sam. So
it's true.
It's not like she doesn't hear. It's not like you're talking into a vacuum.
Oh no,
I share everything that everybody shares of ours. So
yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And any comments and whatnot, I'd let her in on all.
So
that.
I'm informed. I'm very informed.
She's informed. She just doesn't want to be on the social medias herself.
Nope, I don't.
No,
that's not my thing.
That's understandable. It's not for everybody.
Nope.
Yeah. Get this week's cookbook. The link will be in the show notes. And again, this week's cookbook is Easy Plant-Based Cooking for Two by Lei Shishak. And like I said, it'll be in the show notes.
Yep.
Get
Definitely
yourself a
looking
copy.
forward to more recipes from that one.
Yeah. If you are cooking for just 2, this is great. If you're cooking for more, just double the recipe.
There you go. There you go.
What else? Oh, hey, join the Agriculture Fairness Alliance Vegan Voter Hub. and give to them if you can. But the voter hub is really important.
Super important.
Yeah, so that we can create a database of vegans all over the country. So when they go to lobby in Washington, they can say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Politician, there are this many vegans in your constituency. How are you going to help them?
Right.
Do you want their vote? Here's what you need to do.
Right. Exactly. And then finally, if you are looking for a place to come say hey to us, our next event will be the holiday pop-up market at the Vegan Center in North Tonawanda on December 17th.
That's correct. And I know Sam said finally, but there's something I forgot to put on here. Today, Tuesday, the day you're listening to this. If you're listening to this on Tuesday, the 16th? No, sorry.
15th.
The 15th. If you're listening to this on Tuesday the 15th and you're in the area of Petaluma, California, Food Empowerment Project is doing a rally and protest to support the workers of Amy's Kitchen in Petaluma, California. So if you're in that area and you want to join that action, go to the Food Empowerment Project website and get all the details for that, because that happens on Tuesday.
There you go.
And then that is the final thing.
All right.
That is the final word.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
So thank you, everybody, for listening to episode 61, our vegan gift giving guide. I hope you got some cool ideas from it.
Yeah.
And if you want to send me something, I like those Joker.
No,
those
if you want to send Christine
bar.
Anything, just send her 5 stars.
Yeah, send me 5 stars.
I'll
wrap it up nice.
I'll take care of getting her vegan candy bars.
Okay. Well, thank you for listening, everybody. We hope you have a fantastic week. I'm sure we'll be talking more about holiday stuff as the holidays grow nearer to us.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
So look forward to that.
Yep.
And I guess that's it.
All right.
We'll talk to you next week. Thanks again.
Absolutely. Thanks, everyone.
Love you guys. Bye-bye. Do you want to support the Compassion and Cucumbers podcast? Well, you can do that by joining our Patreon page. We have 3 different levels of support, and all 3 come with their own special bonuses. Hey, you can support the podcast and get yourself some really cool merch. All the links and deets are in the show notes. We'll catch you next week on the next episode of Compassion and Cucumbers.